What's up, fight fans? I'm J.COTTO, and welcome to J.COTTO's Fight Page. And before I start off my day over on the plantation, which is AKA work, just want to let you guys know that everything's good. Want to thank all the supporters, all the members of hashtag Come Back to Boxing. You know what I'm saying? I also want to say thank you to, everybody that's been giving me positive feedback, even the guys that have been giving me negative feedback and understand exactly my position. You know what I mean? Also want to give a shout out to D-Style Boxing. Definitely, I can definitely see you Wednesday because that's my only day off. After that, I'm back on the fucking plantation. But yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up on a video or something, or send an invite. You know what I mean? And I'll be more than happy to speak to you about the questions you want to ask me, whatever. Basically, this little short video is just basically gonna let you know, D-Style and everyone else know, because I'm over at Facebook a lot and I'm doing Facebook Live. I do Boxing Talk Live on Facebook, so there's a lot of information that you guys don't know that I give over there that I don't put on YouTube. The same thing with Facebook. There's information that I put on YouTube and I don't give to Facebook. I never try to repeat pattern myself. So let me just get this out in the open real fast on my stance on this Joshua Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying? I am a Joshua fan, but I'm not a fanboy. I used to be a Wilder fan. You know what I'm saying? But I stopped being a Wilder fan simply because, and I'm gonna tell you when I stopped. As soon as he put Mike Tyson down. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that shit. Now, no one's blaming him as to, not taking this fight simply because, the WBC and VADA basically figured that a prescribed drug, you know what I'm saying, which was used for his high blood pressure, not for masking, it could have not been. We just don't know that. But from what it seems, since they didn't suspend him, since they didn't penalize him, the only thing they said was till he's cleared by a doctor. So this is why I say that the fight should have went on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I basically said that it's partially, not fully, but partially Wilder's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because he also said, and this is why I say it's partially his fault. This is my case here. He came out and said that if it was just blood pressure medication, which he came out and said that he was pissing dirty and he was on PEDs, or TIS that is. So that goes to show you there that, you know what I'm saying, accusations and basically, they jumped the gun. You know what I'm saying? So when Wilder said, if it's blood pressure medication, I want to fight him. What he wants and what these guys are going to order, I know that. But at the same time, it goes back to the power from what I'm saying as to you being the champion of that sanctioning body. And you're able to tell him, or tell them, should I say, listen, I really want this fight, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Applications weren't filled out right. Things weren't put on there. All right, no doubt. Now it's being said that the WBA is basically trying to put King Kong Ortiz into Joshua's picture now. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Let Anthony Joshua fight Ortiz. Let him fight Pulev. Let him fight whoever the fuck is going to be put in front of him, because this is exactly why I say that Joshua's fighting correctly. You know what I mean? For me, Wilder, D-Style had asked the question, what does it take for Wilder to get the respect? Well, he's got to fight somebody more credible than Chris Arreola or Chris Nipples or a Jennings. He's got to take on a Chisora or a White so we can have a measuring stick, so we can know exactly how he would be. Look, we did it with Pacquiao. We did it with fucking Mayweather, with Hatton. You know what I'm saying? And De La Hoya and so on and so forth. So if we're doing this so on and so forth, you got to understand that this is exactly why I'm saying this. Now, personally, I think that Wilder has a lot of potential, man. A lot of potential. You see, but a lot of guys, even the real Wilder fans, not fanboys, but fans, You know what I'm saying? Because the fanboys are always going to be, and I call them neo-boxing fans, just like Mike Tyson does. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to have to say that a lot of these fans just speak on emotion, and a lot of them hate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us who debate or go across, and yes, there is a divide between that, just like there was a divide between Pacquiao and Mayweather, just like there was a divide, you know what I'm saying, with fucking, with Holmes and you know what I'm saying, and, fuck, man, I got so many fucking, names in the head. Cooney, you know what I'm saying? So it just gets to the point that there's always gonna be a divide, and especially if it's like a skin, you know, a skin war. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a black versus white, or a Mexican versus Puerto Rican, or a black man versus a Puerto Rican. You know, it's always gonna be that. But at the same time, as boxing fans, we just gotta look at it as just, you know what I'm saying? You know, two fighters that we like going against each other. A lot of people like that, you know, nationality shit. A lot of people like patriotic shit, and you know what I'm saying, go for their country versus country. That's all good too, as long as you keep it with good sportsmanship, you know. But for me, a lot of these fanboys, a lot of these neo-boxing fans always intertwine and leave comments and shit, and you know, and fuck things up. And you know, basically, D-Style, me and you have the same, basically the same understanding. We have the same understanding when it comes to, you know, when it comes to this boxing thing, as to who's to blame, who's not doing what. Basically the same thing. But this Wilder case, as to, you know, the diuretics and all that shit, and, you know, sometimes, and just sometimes, it happens to be that, you know, you can basically piss dirty and stuff like that. You can basically piss dirty. You know what I'm saying? It can be used to clean your shit out, but in this case, that wasn't found out. This was the case that I was speaking upon. This was the case that I was saying. If he didn't test positive for any PEDs, a prescription was presented, so it was a prescribed drug. So I don't see exactly why is it that, you know what I'm saying, he just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Just say, you know what? This ain't, and use his power and tell him, no, let's keep the fight going, because he, you know, he didn't piss dirty or anything. So if you're gonna use blood pressure medication as a, you know, diuretic to clean yourself out, I think personally King Kong Ortiz would be guilty of that. But since they didn't come out and say anything, and they didn't even give him a slap on the wrist like they did Bermain Stavern, obviously that goes to show everybody that Ortiz wanted this fight, but he's got a medical condition. Now, if you take a look at him, he's a big boy. His salt count must be off the charts. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. Now, you know, blood pressure medication. Some people have erectile dysfunctions. Some people go to the bathroom a lot, simply, you know, because of the low sodium, so it makes you piss a lot. You know, and when that happens, you get dehydrated. You know what I mean? And just basically, you know, it is what it is. You know. This fight has to happen. You know what I mean? It has to happen. But now for the WBA and the WBC, well, actually, first of all, for the WBC to actually just, like, not even look at Ortiz now, and then the WBA picks him up, and after the WBA picks him up, they're making him Joshua's mandatory now. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing that not really confuses me, but this is the incomplete fucking work ethic of the WBC. That they always do this shit, throw shit like that into confusion, into the mix, so that way the whole boxing world can be, you know, a bit confused as to the rankings, as to who's next, and this is the shit. So it's basically my point of view here that the WBC's fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? These guys need to give out a whole list of banned substances. Banned substances. You know what I'm saying? They can do some banned substances if they want. A whole list. That's exactly what they need to. They need to release the whole list and give them out to everyone. If this is the problem, I don't understand this. Didn't we learn this last time? Didn't we learn this last time, guys? We learned this last time where you know, you had You had a lot of people pissing dirty, like with the Maldonium scandal shit. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers were so confused that they had banned it a couple of months after Povetkin used it or whatever, and Povetkin came up dirty. Not even that much, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the whole point is he pissed dirty. But all of this would have been out of the way had they given out the updated list. You see, that's what they need to do. Give updated lists of what should be banned, what shouldn't be banned. You know, so this basically, man, this is my whole take, and this is exactly why I felt that, you know what I'm saying, in a way, it's sort of Wilder's fault, because Wilder put himself out there saying that if it was just high blood pressure medication, you know what I'm saying, I want to fight him, right? So the power that I'm saying is that he had influence on that shit. If Floyd Mayweather and everybody else who was WBC, who was a cash cow, has fucking influence, then it is what it is. And number two, the WBC has not penalized, has not given any fines whatsoever, anything as to penalizing Luis Ortiz. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, that shows that it was their mistake and they're just letting this shit go nice and smooth. You feel what I'm saying? Hoping that we just forget about it. But I'm not forgetting about it. And this is exactly why I'm saying this. So hopefully you understand. So D-Style, if you still want to have that little talk or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and asking me questions, then go ahead. But we basically stand on the same basis. I just made that video so that way I can show that blood pressure medication, all blood pressure medications has side effects regardless. If it's not dizziness, it's going to be erectile dysfunction. If it's not erectile dysfunction, you're just gonna be really low on sodium because you're pissing a lot. If you're not pissing a lot, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get bloated. So it's just basically, regardless of the fact, it still has side effects. All blood pressure medications have side effects. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. I also have friends who are pharmaceutical technicians. You know what I'm saying? And I've done my homework, and yes, and most of them, which is about maybe 5 out of fucking 8. You know what I'm saying? Does cause dizziness, and that's because of the low sodium count. Anyway, if you still want to have this, just send me the invite on Wednesday with the time or whatever. You know what I mean? Inbox me, and I'll be there, D-Style. Everybody else, and D-Style as well, have yourself a nice day. Going to the plantation. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, fight fans.